check the calendar and trace the date in red. The day I let you always get inside my head. I ignore the static and the coldness in the air. I built a home on ground that wasn't even there. I saw the warnings, but I called them scars to heal. I made a heaven out of things that weren't real. Now I'm sitting in the quiet of this empty room, watching all the flowers that will never get to bloom. I was a gambler, playing with a losing hand, building castles out of water and of shifting sand. I gave you the power to bring me to my knees, and now I'm just a ghost, shaking in the breeze. 'Cause loving you is my mistake, my beautiful regret, the kind of lesson that I haven't finished learning yet. I opened every window, I unlocked every door, and let you take the pieces that I can't find anymore. It wasn't that you left, it's that I stayed too long, singing all the verses to a broken-hearted song. Loving you was my mistake, the biggest one I'll ever make. I see you in the city, looking unbothered and light, like you didn't set my entire world on fire tonight. You move so easy, like our history is thin, while I'm still wearing the memory of you like a second skin. I blame the moon, I blame the stars, I blame the wine, but the fault in this disaster is entirely mine. I knew your heart was hollow, but I tried to fill the space, only to find there's no room for me in your grace. 'Cause loving you is my mistake, my beautiful regret, the kind of lesson that I haven't finished learning yet. I opened every window, I unlocked every door, and let you take the pieces that I can't find anymore. It wasn't that you left, it's that I stayed too long, singing all the verses to a broken-hearted song. Loving you was my mistake, the biggest one I'll ever make. I should have known that fire only knows how to burn. I should have known some hearts never learn how to turn. I traded my peace for a moment of your time, and now the only thing left that is truly mine is a mess you left behind. Yeah, loving you is my mistake, my beautiful regret, the kind of lesson that I haven't finished learning yet. I opened every window, I unlocked every door, and let you take the pieces that I can't find anymore. I'm picking up the shards, I'm trying to be strong, but God, I loved you more than I was ever wrong. My mistake, my beautiful heavy mistake. I should have known, my beautiful heavy mistake. I should have known. Gave you my time like it was endless, my trust like it couldn't break. I poured all my love into your silence, hoping something real would stay. I told myself this pain was normal, that love just hurts this way. Loving you cost me everything, my peace, my pride, my sleep. I lost myself in keeping you while you were losing me. I paid in tears I never showed, in nights I couldn't rest. Loving you cost me everything, and you paid nothing less. I watched my dreams move to the side so yours could take the lead. I learned to need a little less so you wouldn't notice me. I carried us on breaking ground, called it hope, but it was doubt. Loving you cost me everything, I gave more than I had. I called your distance patience and your coldness just bad days. I stayed when I was fading out, I broke so you could breathe. Loving you cost me everything, and you walked away free. Maybe love shouldn't feel like death, like something you regret. If I have to lose myself to stay. Loving you cost me everything, but I'm still standing here. I'm learning how to gather up the parts you made disappear. I won't pay that price again, I finally see. Loving you cost me everything, but now I choose me. So this is where I let it end. No more giving till there's nothing left. I loved you deeply, honestly, but loving you cost me everything. The city's fading to a hum outside the window pane. I'm washing off the static and the winter and the rain. You're leaning in the doorway with that look upon your face, the one that says I'm finally in the only sacred place. I used to keep my guard up, used to keep the windows tight, but you're the only reason I can sleep through every night. The scent of sage and linen and the salt upon your skin. I'm opening the door, letting all the quiet in. It's a physical surrender, it's a gravity of soul. You're the missing piece that finally makes the broken version whole. I don't need to find the words, I don't need to make a sound. When I'm standing here with you, I'm finally on the ground. I breathe you in like the air after the storm. keeps my spirit warm. You're the oxygen I'm needing. You're the rhythm in my chest, the only place my heavy heart has ever found to rest. I fill my lungs with everything you are and all you've been. I close my eyes, I lose the world, and I breathe you in. I find you in the morning, in the steam above the tea, in the way you hold the silence when you're looking back at me. No more chasing shadows, no more running from the ghost. I'm staying in the moment that I've always needed most. Your love is like a forest, it's a deep and living green, the kind of quiet magic that is felt but never seen. I'm letting go of maybe, I'm letting go of if. I'm stepping off the ledge and I am leaning off the cliff. I breathe you in like the air after the storm, a soft and steady medicine that keeps my spirit warm. You're the oxygen I'm needing. You're the rhythm in my chest, the only place my heavy heart has ever found to rest. I fill my lungs with everything you are and all you've been. I close my eyes, I lose the world, and I breathe you in. Inhale the peace, exhale the fear. Everything is beautiful as long as you are here. You're the air mist flying pressure, you're the light inside the room, the only kind of flower that I wanna see in bloom. Just breathe. I breathe you in like the air after the storm, a soft and steady medicine that keeps my spirit warm. You're the oxygen I'm needing. You're the rhythm in my chest, the only place my heavy heart has ever found to rest. I fill my lungs with everything you are and all you've been. I close my eyes, I breathe you in. Yeah, I breathe you in. It's so quiet now, it's so easy now. I breathe you in. I said I'm fine a little too fast, like if I say it, it might last. I change the subject, change my tone, act like I'm better on my own. I packed away the things we were, but some nights still pull the thread. I don't live there anymore, but it's not gone from my head. I don't cry like I used to. I don't fall apart at first, but healing doesn't mean the feeling does. still not over this, even if I look okay. I've learned how to live with it, but it hasn't gone away. I don't miss you every second, but when I do, I really miss. I've moved on from who we were, but I'm still not over this. I can hear your name without shaking. I can pass the places we'd go, but some memories catch me off guard, like they don't know how to let go. I've met new days, new conversations, learned how to laugh again. Still part of my heart remembers how it felt back then. I don't wish for us back, I don't rewind time. I just didn't know healing could feel like this inside. I'm still not over this, even if I look okay. I've learned how to live with it, but it hasn't gone away. I don't miss you every second, but when I do, I really miss. I've moved from who we were, but I'm still not over this. Maybe getting over it isn't the goal at all. Maybe it's learning how to stand when the memories fall. I don't hate the love we had, I don't regret the pain. It shaped the way my heart now beats. It taught me how to stay. I breathe in, I let it ache. I don't run, I don't break. I let the feeling pass through me, then fade. I'm still not over this, but I'm stronger than before. Don't carry all the weight, I don't feel it to my core. I'm not stuck inside the past, I'm not lost in what we did. I'm moving forward with my life, even if I'm still not over this. Not holding on, just learning how to let it hurt last. I don't replay it every night, not like I used to do. The sharpest edges of the past are finally losing you. I still feel it in small moments, when I least expect the ache. But it doesn't steal my breath away, it just reminds me what it took. I've been holding on to anger like it kept me safe, but it's getting heavy now, and I'm tired of the way. I'm almost ready to forgive, not for you, but for my peace. Almost ready to let go of what still pulls on me. I'm almost ready to forgive, even if I don't forget. I'm not there yet, but I can feel my heart unclenching bit by bit. I stopped asking why you couldn't love me the way I needed. I finally see that wasn't mine to carry or to fix. I've been gentle with my memories, not turning them into blame. I let them come, I let them go, without calling out your name. I used to think forgiveness meant saying what you did was fine. Now I know it just means I won't let it steal my time. I'm almost ready to forgive, not for you, but for my peace. Almost ready to let go of what still pulls on me. I'm almost ready to forgive, even if I don't forget. I'm not there yet, but I can feel my heart unclenching bit by bit. Healing doesn't rush the truth or pretend it didn't hurt. It just loosens every knot that kept me feeling cursed. I don't owe you absolution, I owe myself some rest. I'm almost ready to forgive, and that's enough for now. I don't need a perfect ending or to know the how. I'm almost ready to forgive, with boundaries still in place. I'm choosing softness for my soul at my own pace. Almost ready. That's progress at today. I didn't lock my heart away, didn't build a guarded place. I let you see me fully, every flaw, every phase. I didn't hide behind my pride, didn't make you earn my trust. I believe love meant surrender, so I gave it all at once. I thought safety came from honesty, I didn't know it needed care. I loved you without walls, no armor, no disguise. I stood there unprotected, with truth in my eyes. I didn't love you carefully, I loved you deep and whole. I loved you without walls, and you walked right through my soul. I let you hear my quiet fears, the ones I barely knew. I trusted you with everything, I never showed anyone new. I stayed soft when things got hard, stayed open when I should have closed. I thought love meant staying open, even when it hurt the most. I confused being open with being safe, I learned the difference too late. I loved you without walls, without a place to hide. I gave you all my tenderness, left nowhere to survive. You didn't have to break me, you just had to leave. I loved you without walls, and now I'm learning how to breathe. Maybe love needs boundaries, not to limit but to last. Maybe walls aren't built from fear, but from lessons of the past. I won't regret my open heart. I regret who I trusted it with. I loved you without walls, and I won't be ashamed. I felt everything honestly, even when it hurt the same. Next time love comes calling, I'll still love deep and true, but I'll build my walls with doors and choose who walks through. I didn't lose my softness here, I just learned how to protect it all. I loved you without walls. Now I know where to stand tall. Now I know where to stand tall. I held the hurt like it was fragile, like it might break if I let it show. I learned how to smile through questions, say I'm fine when I didn't know. You talked like nothing was changing, like love was still where it been. But every time you looked away, something folded in. I swallow words I should have said so you wouldn't feel the weight. I carried all the damage just to keep you safe. I held the hurt so you didn't have to feel it. I carried both our hearts when you were done believing. I held the hurt in silence in my chest. I broke so you could breathe and called it love instead. I stay quiet in the moments where my voice should have been loud. I stood right there beside you while losing ground. You said time would make it better, like pain listens to reason. But every night I held myself together for another season. I confused being strong with disappearing. I confused love with pain. I kept choosing your comfort over my name. I held the hurt when you turned away. I kept the tears inside my lungs so you wouldn't stay. I held the hurt till it learned my shape. I loved you past my limits and paid the price I paid. Maybe holding the hurt doesn't make you loyal, maybe it makes you lost. I gave you everything I had and counted the cost. I don't regret the way I loved, I regret the way I stayed. Believing love meant silence when it needed to be named. I held the hurt, but I won't anymore. I'm tired of bleeding quietly on the floor. I held the hurt and now I choose to heal. I won't carry pain again just to prove my love was real. If love ever asked me again, I'll say I held the hurt once, and that was my mistake. The city's quiet lights are low. Your shadow dances on the wall. We don't say much, but I still know this moment says it all. Your jacket on my fragile shoulders, your heartbeat close to mine. I wish the night could last forever, freeze this second in time. I know the sun will ask us questions we're not ready to explain, but right now in this silence, I don't want tomorrow's pain. So stay until the morning, let the world wait outside. Hold me like we're not pretending, there's no reason left to hide. Stay until the morning, when the stars begin to fade. Even if it's just for hours, don't let this love slip away. Your fingers trace familiar lines, like you already know my skin. Every breath between our sides feels like where love begins. We've been running from the truth, afraid of what we feel, but in your arms I'm fearless. This is the most real. If this is all we're given, one night, one fragile dream, then let me live inside it just a little longer, please. So stay until the morning, let the worries fall asleep. Whisper promises you can't keep, but promise you'll remember me. Stay until the morning, when the light breaks through the blue. Even if goodbye is waiting, I want one last night with you. Maybe daylight changes everything, maybe love won't survive the sun, but tonight I believe in us, even if tomorrow comes undone. Stay until the morning, let me wake up by your side. Even if it's only once, let this be more than a lie. Stay until the morning, when my heart learns how to let go. If you have to leave, don't rush it. Stay until the morning glow. When the sun calls out your name and the night is finally gone, I'll remember how you stayed until the morning, holding on. Holding on. didn't love you all at once. It came in quiet, fragile ways, in borrowed moments, broken trust, in all the things we couldn't say. I gave you parts, not knowing how they'd never fit you fully now. I loved you in pieces, the parts you chose to see. I gave you all I could carry, but not all of me. I tried to hold us together while we fell apart at the seams. I loved you in pieces. I learned your moods, I learned your doubt. I learned when silence meant don't ask. I stitched my heart around your needs and hid the cracks behind my laughs. I thought love grew by breaking slow. I didn't know what I let go. I loved you in pieces, left parts of me behind. I gave you my best moments and swallowed every sign. I was patient, I was careful, I was afraid to leave. I loved you in pieces. Maybe love shouldn't feel this small, like I'm shrinking to fit your world. If loving you means losing me, then love is not what it should be. I loved you in pieces, but I'm healing and whole. I'm gathering the parts of me you never got to hold. I'll forgive what we were, but I won't repeat. I loved you in pieces. So this is me, putting myself together, learning how to feel complete. I didn't love you perfectly. I loved you in pieces. I stayed through the silence after fights, when sorry came too late. I stayed when loving you felt heavy, when hope I learned to wait. I learned your moods like second skin, knew when to stay quiet, when to bend. I carried more than my own heart, calling it love, calling it us. I told myself this is what love does, but love shouldn't feel like giving up. I stayed until I was tired, until my voice went thin. I stayed until my feelings had nothing left within. I didn't leave in anger, I didn't leave in flames. I stayed until I was tired, and then I walked away. I stayed through almost and maybes, through nights you chose yourself. I stayed when I was lonely, even lying next to you. I stopped asking for your effort, started fixing what you broke. I wore my strength like armor while quietly losing hope. I didn't fall out of love fast, I faded slowly, piece by piece. I stayed until I was tired, until my tears ran dry. I stayed until believing felt harder than goodbye. I didn't need a reason, I didn't need a sign. I stayed until I was tired of being yours, but never mind. Maybe loving you was brave, maybe it was just too long. I gave you all my patience while forgetting I was someone. I don't hate you, I don't blame you, I just finally chose me. I stayed until I was tired, not because I didn't care, but because love shouldn't hurt this much or feel this unfair. If you ever wonder why I left without a fight or a sound, I stayed until I was tired, and I needed myself back. I didn't quit, I didn't fail, I simply knew my limit then. I stayed until I was tired, and that's where healing began. The clock on the wall won't stop talking, every second calls out your name. I lie in the dark just listening to thoughts I can't escape. Your side of the bed stays colder, even the sheets know the truth. I scroll through memories like they're new, just to feel close to you. The world goes quiet but my mind won't slow, that's when I miss you the most. Nights feel longer, nights feel longer now, without you breathing next to mine. The silence stretches every moment till it hurts to pass the time. I used to sleep inside your arms, now I'm counting every doubt. Yeah, love doesn't leave all at once, that's why nights feel longer now. The moonlight spills across the floor like it's searching for you too. I swear I hear your footsteps in everything I do. I try to close my eyes and rest, but sleep keeps turning around. Every dream wakes me halfway to the emptiest sound. I tell myself I'll be okay, but nights don't listen to what I say. Nights feel longer now, when there's no one to hold me close. I replay words we didn't finish like a ghost I can't let go. I breathe in, but it feels incomplete when your love's not around. Yeah, healing takes its time, that's why nights feel longer now. Maybe one day I'll sleep in peace without reaching out for you, but right now the dark remembers everything we used to do. I don't cry, I just stare at the ceiling, wide awake, missing you. Doesn't scream anymore, it just quietly stays. Nights feel longer now, but through. I survived another night alone, still learning how to sleep without